All right, good morning, everybody. Let's take a look to see what's happening in the markets today, Monday, May 10th. And with me in the studio is my head coach, Mark Hodge. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Marcus. How you doing?
Good. So it seems that this morning markets are starting the week mixed today. Let's take a look at the indices and see what's happening overnight here. Oh,
Yeah, you're right, Marcus. The futures are a little bit mixed. The mini Dow is actually up the most right now, up 0.4%, followed by the mini S&P. Nasdaq is negative right now.
yeah. You know what? Since we're dual broadcasting here in Zoom, it was a little bit slow. So this is where I was just able to to switch it over here. Yeah, a little bit all over the place. So what's happening? It seems that we are digesting the jobs report from Friday. Because on Friday we had the massive jobs report, and I mean it came out much worse than expected. Everybody expected that we added like 1 million jobs in April, but it was only 266,000, and now everybody's asking, okay, what the heck are these guys measuring there, right?
Yeah, I mean, huge miss, nowhere close to what was expected, and I don't think we've seen a miss like that for a while now.
Yeah. So this is what the market seemed
Stocks
this
did,
morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say stocks did seem to shake it off though. The S&P and Dow made record highs on Friday, and the Nasdaq was also up. But as you mentioned, it looks like going into the open, going into Monday here, trying to figure out what to do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think the big news this morning was crude oil, right? I mean, crude oil,
Yeah,
if you're looking at this, let's take a look at this. I mean, it's calming down a little bit right now. I'm looking at a 15-minute chart here. But if you're looking at the action overnight, I mean, it was up quite a lot. So have you heard what's happening there?
yeah. There was a cyber attack on a pipeline. I guess the Colonial Pipeline. There was a ransomware attack that created a closure of the largest U.S. fuel pipeline over the weekend that pretty much controls the gas and diesel for the East Coast.
Yeah, I mean it's the largest pipeline. It's 5,500 miles long and carries 2.5 million barrels a day. I heard that's like 45% of its supply to the East Coast here. So that's crazy. It's owned by several partners. One of them is Shell, SLHX, so Shell Midstream Partners. Let's see how they're doing this morning. So this morning they're down 0.7%. That's not too much. It's pretty much in line with the markets here, right?
Yeah, that was interesting, but oil and gas stocks are popping higher ahead of the open. It looked like Marathon Oil, the ticker is MRO. It looked like last I looked, it was up over 1%.
Yep. So it's one and
And
a half percent. Yep.
Occidental, OXY,
Yep. Up 1% here as well.
same. Yeah, Devon Energy, deep again,
Yep. What is it? DVN?
DVN,
Yep. They're all up.
then Chevron, ExxonMobil, same thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Not a big hit to who's controlling the pipeline, and it really sounds like it shut down the pipeline, but they had some of the systems back up and running. And the big concern is how long it's going to take to be fully operational, right? And they're saying that maybe 5 6 days beyond that would be a bigger mess.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, got to talk about something else. So this year, Mark, has been absolutely crazy. We had the GameStop mania, right? We had the ship stuck in the Suez Canal. We have the Archegos collapse, the hedge fund, right? A shortage of literally everything. We'll talk about this in a moment. Then we have these NFTs. Somebody named Beeple selling an NFT for 69 million, and then of course we do have Dogecoin. So we gotta talk about this. So Dogecoin, the cryptocurrency here that started as a joke and looks like or has a dog basically as a symbol, started here in April at around 5 cents if you're looking at this. So was trading at 5 cents and then to the moon to what, over 70 cents. I think 74 cents was the high here, because Elon Musk has pumped this up, right?
Yep. And he was on Saturday Night Live over the weekend, and so that was big news. People were wondering how that was going to go, and I guess during his monologue, it dropped 30%.
Yeah, it dropped all the way down to a little bit over 40. I think like 42 cents. And even this morning,
Okay.
it is trading at 50 cents here right now. It seems that he tried to recover a little bit because he tweeted that he would launch a mission to the moon, that SpaceX would launch a mission to the moon named Doge1. And he said it will be all funded by Dogecoin. What do you think about that?
I saw that. Well, pretty good marketing ploy, and he has a knack for that.
Yeah.
Whether it's sending a car into space or go to the moon.
Might be. Hey, we got to talk about a few other things. I mean, we already talked about lumber and how this is getting more expensive, right? I mean, we talked about lumber futures here. Let me just bring them up really quick. So this is just going just crazy. But there's other building materials. For example, copper is also becoming way more expensive. If you look at copper here, it is rising like crazy. But then also it seems right now that food is getting more expensive. So corn, take a look at the prices of corn. I mean, this year is also just going higher and higher. I mean, here, what is it, a bushel of corn or something like this at 540. Right now at almost 730. So this is going up like crazy. And then soybeans here as well. So if you look at this, soybeans going up like crazy. So what do you think? Should we sound the inflation alarm? I mean, is this inflation that's happening here? What are your thoughts?
It is interesting because the numbers don't really seem to add up, right? Supposedly inflation is under control, but everywhere you go, it seems like the cost of things is going higher. You know that two of us are big barbecue guys, and I would think the price of meat has gone up substantially for a good ribeye.
Yeah.
And so.
Is it-
Even I read that Tesla, they're increasing their prices for one of their models because of higher costs.
Yeah, I mean, everything is just, it seems interesting. But then we have Treasury Secretary Yellen and also Fed Chair Powell arguing that this is just temporary because they say, well, as we're reopening the economy, right, it's normal that everything goes up again. And they say it is not likely to lead to persistently higher inflation. So, I mean, they probably know their stuff, right? Okay.
We shall see.
Hey, so I mean, yeah, talking about this week we'll definitely get a clearer picture about inflation because looking at the economic calendar, nothing on the economic calendar today and tomorrow, but then core CPI, this is the consumer price index, that is actually measuring inflation. So that's coming out on Wednesday. And I think this is definitely something that traders are keeping an eye on, especially since everything is going more expensive.
Yeah, and just looking at the last couple of months, it's either come out in line with expectations or maybe up a tick higher than expected. And so that would be interesting just to watch and see if it's in line or similar to the jobs report, much different than expected.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, after we had this jobs report that surprised everybody, I mean, who knows? And this is what the markets are digesting here this morning. So other than this, what else is on the economic calendar here for this week? Not a whole lot. We have retail sales coming up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we of course...
Retail sales on Friday.
Yeah, retail sales on Friday. And then we have the weekly unemployment claims. I think traders will pay a little bit closer attention to that one.
Yeah, especially after the big jobs miss, and the monthly job report's always going to be a bigger deal. But just trying to keep up with the trend there on unemployment, and if we're adding more jobs or if more people are filing.
Yeah, so it seems that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are the big days according to the economic calendar.
Yep. aside from that, pretty quiet start for today and tomorrow.
Yeah, and I mean, we have also earnings season winding down, but we still have quite a few names reporting this week. So we have Airbnb, what is it, ABNB, they're reporting. So that's coming up on, I believe it is on Wednesday? Thursday.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, on the 30th. Anyhow, so Airbnb, and this is really surprising if you look here at a weekly chart of Airbnb. I mean, we can actually go back to a daily chart. So they're having a little bit of rough time. So they had their IPO last year, right? I mean, congratulations. So that was just perfect timing. We're going higher, and then there was the pandemic happening right here, right? So after this, been going down, not hit as hard by the pandemic as I thought it would.
Sure. Yeah, I would say that was actually a bit of a surprise, knowing people who own real estate and have their Airbnb on the market. They got stuck bad just because of travel restrictions and people just canceling plans. So I'm kind of surprised that they weren't hit harder early on, but it is interesting to see it drop even more now, while you would think things are improving.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what they report in earnings, what they have to say. Who else on deck? Oh, Coinbase, for the first time ever after their IPO. So they're reporting earnings this week.
This might be one to watch.
That's definitely one to watch. I mean, this is where we have seen it over and over, right? I mean, with an IPO, it's just hyped up. So they opened here at around 380, went as high as 425. Are now trading at 263. And that's what we have seen, Mark, over and over, that after an IPO, at first they're going down until the first earnings. And even then, they might continue to go lower.
Yeah, 50% buy.
Yeah, right. So it's the 50% IPO curse, it seems. All right. Who else do we have on deck? Yeah.
BioNTech, they reported BNTX. They beat estimates, and last I saw, they were up almost 8%.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're up 200. So that's BioNTech. That's a company that partnered with Moderna, right?
Or was it Pfizer? I can't remember.
What was it, Pfizer? Well, anyhow, it's one of the vaccine companies. So they are up big this morning. Yeah, 9%.
And I read that they said that there's no current evidence that points to the need to adapt its COVID-19 vaccine to emerging variants of the virus, although they're prepared to do so.
Okay. All right. We'll see. Hey, also this week, I think Wednesday, President Biden will meet with Democrats and Republicans to push for his infrastructure package. And this will be interesting, especially after this big jobs report, right? So there might be some movement going on there. Don't expect too much. I honestly think that the economic reports will take the spotlight here this week, but just something to watch out for, or just something to be aware of.
Absolutely. You could see a little buzz.
Yeah. What else? Any other stocks that were on your radar this morning?
Marriott reported.
Marriott? Oh, they already reported?
Yeah, they earned an adjusted 10 cents per share for the first quarter, which was better than the 3 cents that was expected.
Yeah, still they're down this morning, 1.3%.
Yeah, revenue was slightly below forecast.
Yeah. Isn't also Win reporting today?
I believe so.
I believe Win, right? I mean, so we'll see what happens there. They are set to report, today. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Okay, hey, last thing, because we talked about it last week, Microsoft, right? Bill and Melinda Gates, that they are getting divorced. So over the weekend, the news broke that Melinda Gates had been working with lawyers on a split from Bill since 2019. At least that's what the Wall Street Journal says. So let's see. Let's take a quick look of if Microsoft is affected by this at all. It doesn't seem this way. Now, I mean, you see on Friday, it seems that after the announcement, the stock went up. So this morning slightly down, but this is in line with the market. So nothing really too crazy here. All right. Anything else?
that's it for me. Getting ready for a nice week of trading. Looking forward to some opportunities this week. And I know that we're popping over to our virtual boardroom with the Mastermind Group.
Yes, so we need to start trading with our mastermind right now. Hey, hope that you enjoyed this video. Have a great week ahead. Make sure that you like this video. And if you want to see us again tomorrow morning, click on subscribe, hit the little notification bell, because this way you get notified whenever we are going live or releasing a new video. All right, we'll see you later. Have a great day.
Happy trading.